Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I am a doctor, call me Dr. S, and I see it as my responsibility to explain Quran in terms of biological miracles, because a lot has been explained in terms of physics, but very less in terms of biology, and really a lot of secrets of biology are hidden in Quran is only if we see it with those eyes. So I would like to contribute in whichever little way that I can. So today's topic for me is everything to do with sacrifice of an animal, be it on Eid al-Adha, or be it during the birth of a child. Topics like why do we not cut a hair, nail, or remove any part of the skin before sacrifice of animals. These theories we know the hadiths behind it, and but what we don't know is the real biological significance of it. Why? What is it exactly doing other than the spiritual benefits? As it is, as Muslims, we believe, we surrender, we do it, but it's always a bonus to understand why. So let's start with why should we not trim our hair, pluck it, or cut our nails, or remove part of skins, as mentioned in hadith by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To prove something, we need to form a hypothesis. What is a hypothesis? It is an assumption. And here I'm assuming that this is a process. What is a process? Of sacrificing an animal to achieve something. For example, cooking is a process. And what do we achieve by it? We achieve cooked food, which is tasty, which is good for you. Hence, this process of sacrificing an animal is a process which leads you to the day of resurrection or judgment, where this sacrificed animal is going to help you or protect you from hellfire. It is going to be your ride on Sirat bridge. Let's prove it. So just like you need to prepare your ingredients before cooking, chop the vegetables, etc., you need to not cut your hair, cut your nail, or remove any part of your skin. To start this process, to trigger this process, for this process to happen in the best possible way. Now, what is so special about hair, nail, and skin? Well, let me tell you that hair is an electromagnetic organ. There is demonstration of inherent electromagnetic energy from isolated human hair. Hair tilts in direction of magnetic field. Not only that, studies have shown that hair produces electricity as well. Another unique thing, what is common between these three? These three structures have something called melanin. Now, we all know that melanin has the ability to protect you from skin cancers, other diseases like Parkinsonisms. But in recent years, scientists have discovered the most promising talent of melanin. Now, what is that? It has the ability to conduct electricity. So, this acts like a natural electronic device. So the hair, the skin, and the nail, they are literally the on and off button for this electrical process that will take place, and eventually a biological process will take place that I'm going to explain eventually. So in the first 10 days of Dhul Hajj, if you're going to be sacrificing the animal, you're supposed to be refraining from cutting these. The next part is going to get slightly difficult to understand, but I've tried my best to make it as simple as I could. I'm going to answer another profound question. What is the purpose of DNA in an entirely different way? It has been proved that there is an electric nature of emotion. So emotion has the ability to program the DNA. We I have already heard about studies in which a plant was subjected to love every day. It had a different pattern of growth. A plant was subjected to hate and criticism every day. It had a different pattern of growth. A plant was ignored and it had a different pattern of growth. We have also heard and read about studies in which water is affected by what is spoken onto it, what frequency it experiences water forms a different crystal. We are already aware of these facts. I'm also going to leave some links below where you can read about these experiments and researchers. So now, what is happening? What are the emotions that we are going through when we are sacrificing an animal? We are going through an emotion of sacrifice, feeling of trust towards Allah, feeling of surrender to Allah. We are remembering the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So we are totally filled with gratitude. And whatever we are energy. So we are transmitting this gratitude, this feeling as a magnetic field around the chromosomes. There is a magnetic field around the chromosome which literally sends signals through DNAs. A component of DNA is faster than the speed of light. So your body can push waves literally in the speed of light. Vibration of you like a signature is surrounding your physical body every moment of day and night. Your human physical body is a receiver and transmitter of energy. Your field of energy is continuously interacting with the world and the surrounding. You're sharing your thoughts and feelings. So now with these feelings, and you're transmitting these through your electrical abilities, you're facing Kaaba. The direction in which the magnetic field is strongest. Hair tilts in the direction of magnetic field. So now all these feelings are transmitting to the sacrificial animal, be it goat, camel, cow. You touch it. You have read Bismillah on it. Once you have read Bismillah on it, its entire property, just like fluid, it's blood, our cell is made up of 70% fluid. So its entire property has changed. And now you're sacrificing the animal with the least amount of pain that you can inflict on it. By the sharpest knife, you cut the jugular vein. You have to make sure that other animals don't watch the sacrifice so that they are not fearful, because that fear emotion will also come onto the DNA. Now when we sacrifice the animal, its body comprises of mainly fat and muscles. It is a form of energy. This energy will finally be converted into thermal energy. How? We eat protein, we eat fat, it gives us energy. We know that fat gives us more energy as compared to protein and carbohydrates. So each gram of fat will give us 38 kilojoules, 1 gram of protein will give us 18 kilojoules, 1 gram of carbs would give us 17 kilojoules. We distribute the meat, minimum 1/3 to the poor people, 1/3 to family, friends, and you can keep 1/3. So these are all acts of charity. They consume it and they use that energy, which is burned down as calories. Now all this makes sense if you understand the fact that energy is outside space and time, and that is why it becomes a little tricky to understand. So on the day of judgment, when uh, we rise and our bodies are going to be there. The body, not only of that time, but of each and every year, you have the energy of the entire life that you have lived. So your body at 2020, at 2015, at 2010, you have it all. But every year you are doing one very good thing, is that you were dissipating some of the energy that is going to be finally converted into thermal energy, heat energy, to you were dissipating it already through that goat in the form of charity. Now energy flows where the intention is, where the attention is. So therefore, your attention, your intention of pleasing Allah has transferred and exchanged with the heat energy through consumption, of the meat and the fat of the sacrificed animal. It is permissible to sacrifice one sheep or goat for one individual. 7 people can share one cow. Why is that? Because of the mass difference. Approximately same weight bit of goat and human being, but there's a lot of fat in cow and a lot of mass in a cow. Hence, 7 people can share it, because we need to balance our energy in our body, which could be, at that time dissipated as heat, which will be troublesome, which we will feel the heat like crazy. God protect all of us from that. So on the day of judgment, we will realize that, every year this brilliant thing that we did, it helped us. Some of our energy was already being dissipated through charity, and it was already lost as heat, and hence it's saving us from hellfire. Hence Allah has also mentioned the age of the animal. It should not be less than 6 months for a sheep or a goat, not less than 5 years for a camel, and not less than 2 years for a cow. Why? Because if the animal is smaller than this, it would not have reached the correct body mass, this right proportion of muscles and fat that it can exchange with that of your body. If it is too small, what's the point? The process is still incomplete. You have not exchanged that right amount of heat. Similarly for Akika, boy, you're supposed to sacrifice 2 goats when he's born and 1 goat for a girl. Not because Allah is discriminatory that you have supposed to be more happy for one and not for the other. Allah is great. Just because the body mass is double of that of girls. Boys are double of that of girls. I hope my explanation makes things a little more clear for you. If you all have any doubts, you all can definitely comment, and if I have the knowledge, I would definitely explain it to you. If not, this topic is open for research. I really want to encourage more and more researchers and people in this field to do more research on it. I hope everything makes sense to you now, why you're not supposed to cut your hair, nail, or remove your skin, because this is the on-off switch. Allah has said 10 good deeds will be written in return for each hair of the sacrificed animal. So this is how it propels for this procedure. It's so important, this kind of transmission, so for the transfer of energy, and hence how the entire body mass of the sacrificed animal is used to dissipate energy throughout your life, so that it helps you on the judgment day. Allah has said the flesh and the blood is not going to reach him. It's just for us. It is only so that it helps us in our akhirah, on our day of judgment. The sacrifice is supposed to be made after offering a prayer. Why? Because the electromagnetic energy field around our heart is 1,000 times more powerful than that of your head or your thought. So after offering prayer, this grows. If you intend to focus on something, you are giving your energy to it. Energy and intention walk hand in hand. they build your reality. You can even offer a sacrifice on behalf of someone who's not even around you or who is staying really far, far away. How is that possible? Your thoughts and feelings can affect people on the other side of the planet. You can stretch your energy to embrace someone really, really far away, or the end you can even embrace the earth. How is this possible? Because your DNA sends a wave which can travel at the speed of light. The same information can be applied for sacrifice during Hajj and why you're not supposed to be cutting your hair or trimming your nails while in Ihram. Also, if you do that, you're supposed to sacrifice an animal. You can apply these concepts and make sense of it yourself. Too much information, too much to take, I know, but I hope I made some sense. Take care until we talk again. Thank you.